Well, hello. Hello, my beautiful, sensitive people, lovers, and friends. How are you? Are you good? Are you okay? I read a comment yesterday where someone said, I really like your readings, but I wish you would stop with the crazy hats. It makes it hard for me to take you seriously. Well, my advice would be if you come to a channel that's run by a woman named Whimsy, and that is my goddess given name, you kind of get that's kind of what you're going to get. It's a little bit of whimsy. Can you be a good doctor and have a little whimsy? Patch Adams thought so. I agree with him. Was it Patch Adams? Was that the doctor? That was played by Robin Williams, right? This idea that we can do both. We can have fun, we can be light, but we can also be masters at our work. Can do both at the same time. And Robin Williams achieved that in his career. All right, enough of that. Let's talk, folks. In the past, when I have talked to you, we've talked about this idea that when I meditate on Donald Trump, I feel that I am entering into the stages of grief and this denial that I'm growing old. And part of the disease of dementia is that you're in denial about the severity of your condition. And so there's this aspect of denial there. But he's been in denial about his age and his health. And he's very good at lying if something is not true. Sell the dream, right? But it's not possible anymore. It's not possible because he cannot control his cabinet. You see, he can't control his cabinet. He can't control the DOJ. People don't like being threatened. And here's another thing that's going to come up. Trump is extremely angry about what's come out in these documents, as is Elon Musk and everybody else who's been named. And I think that's perfectly fine. Name everyone. Let's see all the names, and let's take our rose-colored glasses off and see things as they are. There's been a lot of emphasis about his relationship with certain countries, Epstein. There's a lot of focus on Israel. I think it's an attempt to get everybody to attack Israel, when the truth of the matter is, from what I've seen of the Epstein documents, Israel is certainly there, but Israel is a minor player. It's actually Saudi Arabia that has my attention. He's back and forth talking to Mohammed bin Salman. Epstein did. Got residency, got a passport out of Saudi Arabia, and was operating under an alias for the Saudi Arabian government. So why are people talking about Israel? Maybe the Saudis want you to focus more on them and not on the fact that he had a Saudi passport, Epstein, and was kissy face with MBS and possibly with United Arab Emirates as well. Now, what's interesting about United Arab Emirates there's been rumors that there have been these parties that have taken place, sex parties, parties with child trafficking that have taken place in parts of the Middle East, whether it's Saudi Arabia, to sheiks and wealthy people that are willing to pay for slavery and human trafficking. That appears to be where some of his money was coming from. It's supplying these sheiks and these wealthy connoisseurs of fine wine uh, in the Middle East who have big money and are willing to pay for human beings who are being bought and sold. Mm-hmm. And when you don't have a democracy, that's what happens. And but we have to look at the history of slavery in that area and its consistency, that there's been consistent slavery in this area, in this part of the world, Saudi Arabia and United Arab Emirates, Libya, Qatar, horrific human rights violations. And anybody who is involved has to be held accountable. So all of that's coming out, as is the extent to which the royal family was actively involved. So it wasn't just Andrew that was involved. It was Andrew and his friends who may have been titled people, hanger-ons, and various different people, possibly these sex parties taking place at Balmoral. So it appears that he was supplying slaves to aristocrats. And they were plucking them from beauty pageants. So to be clear, they were kidnapping the most beautiful girls in the world and selling them to wealthy Arab sheiks. The thing that has people most concerned is the possibility that sex slavery was what Epstein was supplying to wealthy, powerful people that are giving money to the current president, whose FBI might have tapes. All right. I want to call on white light protection for myself and this community as we ask permission from Spirit to access the Akashic records. We call on our spirit guides and our good angels to be with us. Please give us the clarity and the wisdom that is needed to empower all of us on our journeys, to make the best decisions for ourselves, our families, the planet, the people we love, but also to help those that we may have strife with. And together collectively as a community, we say, Amen. So, what is happening right now with Trump's cabinet is that they have begun to turn on the president, and this is going to cause, and has already caused, Donald Trump to begin to threaten people. He could threaten people's lives. He could become so scared as a result of this dump that he begins to threaten people's lives. And this could cause an alert of some type, an ethics violation, contacting Capitol Police, filings of reports. He made threatening statements. This will, at that point, we could see this descend really quickly for Donald Trump. Because once he starts threatening to kill or harm people, and if he tweets it or says something, at that point, he's very close to Article 25. Yeah. And they've already got enough evidence. They've already got his CT, his MRI, his cognitive test. They've already got enough to. The boat is sinking. The boat has sank. And it's a shit show, literally. You know, they are sitting literally in feces with a crying baby. And Melania's film has tanked. And I shouldn't laugh about this. I'm so sorry. And Melania, let me try again. And Melania's film has tanked. And nobody showed up. Nobody from the White House wanted anything to do with it. So the Trumps have become pariahs. It's also could be that it's that they know something we don't. That Article 25 is coming. Mm-hmm. Emergency meetings. You know, exams after he came back from Japan. Exams after it looked like he had had a stroke. More cognitive tests and exams and concerns after he got back from Davos. Threatened to invade Iceland. Greenland, Iceland, what's the difference? Okay, just kidding. Relax. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's do this. The situation right now, it's changing very, very quickly. We've talked about the fire horse. Hail, all hail to the fire horse. All hail to the fire horse. The transformation is happening now. February 17th, I believe, comes the fire horse. U.S. troops are going to the Middle East. We have troops now in Iraq. Fleets headed near Iran. Explosions now in parts of Iran taking place. Now is the time for us all to pray as we bring this horse in. Remember, this is fire, and fire purifies. If you're a yogi, now would be the time to be really working with the fire mantras for purification pujas. And yeah, water, fire, prayer. But this is very significant. Where we are at this time, be patient. The process is happening. It's happening as we speak. Dr. Whimsy got it close. She was close. Be nice, be kind to Dr. Whimsy. She might have been off 6 weeks. But the process is happening now. This president is being removed. There's a power shift coming. It's very important for people to pray and to work on our own character at this time. Don't wish ill will to anyone. Pray and be positive and try to be kind. You know, yeah, just be kind. It's like Catherine O'Hara, right? Be like Catherine O'Hara, may she rest in peace. Never said a bad word about anyone. Came from a big, beautiful Irish Catholic family. Got the Canadian uh, order something, yeah. But one of the things we learn from people like Catherine O'Hara is we learn how to be a lady, how to be a gentleman, never speak ill of others. How does it serve us? Always be upbeat, always be kind, always have a twinkle in your eye, a smile, be positive, and don't prop up the negative, right? Those are things that we can all, that's the Tao of Catherine O'Hara, right? So be patient. There's a power shift happening here. Trump is going to be betrayed. He is being actively betrayed. It's like an emergency summit. This is why they didn't go to the Melania film. Bondi had no choice. She had, what happened to Bondi is that people who love her and care about her sat her down for drinks. This is what happened. People that care about her in a bar somewhere with some drinks and said, "Are you willing to go down for this?" And that is why they have started dumping things and will dump even more stuff. And whoever that person is who she had that drink with, that gentleman who gave her the facts, we thank you for your service. Because that is exactly what's happening. This boat has sunk. This shithole this uh, uh, this administration is finished with the Epstein files, but it's also his health. More exposure is coming in the next couple of weeks. The thief will attempt to flee. All right, that is what I see. And slow, steady recovery of the economy is starting this spring. Make sure and start learning. If you're looking for new jobs, coding and AI is coming up quite a bit. But there'll be new job opportunities slowly returning around spring, before spring, around March, actually. Yeah. All right. Thank you, everyone. If you're trying to see me for a reading, I'd love to be I'd love to give you a consult. Find that information below this video. Be kind to all so that all will be kind to you too. God bless. Peace out. We'll see you next time. Thank you, everyone. And